Hello dear and welcome to the official YouTube channel of Passive Coder. Currently we have a full ready site, this project running. We have launched this as a service so that anyone want to build their website ready-made selecting from any templates. So this is our site. So today I'm going to show you how you can manipulate your cPanel's backup files and run that on your local host. So for that I have XAMPP running as a local server. So you can download and install XAMPP from here. It varies platform to platform. I'm using it on Windows and I have XAMPP installed. So here is XAMPP. I have to start Apache as this is our HTTP server and MySQL. Most of the people say like MySQL, whatever it is, no problem. So we have to click this Explorer, which will open our folder for the XAMPP installation, and we have to find out this htdocs, and here the projects we have actually. So if we can visit here localhost, so there is something going on actually, because whenever you write localhost here, so this is the view I am getting, but actually the default view which you will get, actually I am uh, renaming this to old-index.php. This is the default format, and if you see that default, you will find it like this. So it redirects to the dashboard of Apache. uh, by this you can just know the basics, about of Apache and the current version. So here we can click on phpMyAdmin to create our database. Actually, I don't use that default format. That's why I have renamed this. So again, I'm renaming this, and whenever the server will not found any index file, so it will display the directory itself. So that is what happening here, localhost. So whenever you're visiting localhost, so you would find something here. So I have a WordPress downloaded here. So I'd be extracting the WordPress zip file into the WordPress directory. So as this file which we did for a client actually, for demo purpose. So that site is for handyman services. So I'm just renaming this to handyman, and this is a default WordPress installation. So what I can do here, if I just install this WordPress, so it will be uh, running as regular. So first of all I just try to install WordPress here, and I can write here slash handyman. It will access the WordPress installation, not the installation, WordPress directory we just renamed. So this is the place, and we can also rename here, and it will show up actually here. We can directly browse it, and as we're doing this on our local host on our laptop, so it will not harm anybody. But this is not the standard procedure. But whenever I am dealing with multiple directories and multiple projects, so I find this handy actually. So if I click here, it will run here, and where here we can see that we don't have any WordPress config.php file. There is a sample though. We can double click this, and our default text editor is uh, Visual Studio Code. So we can see here that DB name, that means database name here, and we have DB user, DB password. So DB host, this is default localhost. So here are some auth keys and other things. So we can proceed with manual approach, but this time I think it would be better, as you are not dealing with software coolers automatic installation, you are already doing manual installation. So we can automatically generate the configuration file, just clicking next, and we would need these informations. So we need a database name. Okay, for that reason we have to visit our phpMyAdmin. So here is our database, and we can just create new, and here we can write handyman, HNDY, handyman. We are entering, and we have the database. So here we can write the database name, which is a handyman, and this is not actually what we find on what we find on cPanel, because on cPanel the names are something like this. If the username of your cPanel is handyman, then you would find the database name something like handyman underscore main site or something like that. So for this tutorial we are just leaving it like handyman as we have here. So we have to proceed with this with the very same database name. Okay, so here is the name, and the username is root, as we are dealing with our localhost. So localhost, always the password is root, and if that is not localhost, that is a root server, something like VPS or a dedicated server, or the uh, what we can say, a cloud. So it would be also be root. Not all the time. If you are using the managed services, something like from Cloudways, they would have a master password, not the default root. So that's a different thing. So for now this is root, and we would just give a password here, and XAMPP default localhost password is nothing. So we have to leave it blank. And here is localhost, and table prefix. We would just discuss this another day. So not now. We'll just leave it like this and click submit. So cannot select database. Okay, actually, here is a problem. I don't know what is that. Just let me choose handyman, database name, username, root, password, nil, database host. Maybe there is some problem happening. Oh, okay. So we just spelled the name incorrect. So we have to create another HNDYMAN. I'm so sorry for that. So it will work now. All right, Sparky. Run the installation. So we ran the installation, and we need to put a site name. You can actually put anything because you can customize it later. So don't be afraid of putting anything here. So you don't need to panic about it. So handyman, okay, that's it, just handyman. And the username, actually this is not a good practice to set the username admin, but I most of the time use the default username admin, because some of my Bangladeshi clients, they understand if the default username is not admin, so someone else is, and they think their username is not super admin. So for that purpose you can put admin, but yeah, you can also use super admin, something like that. So actually do not need to worry about it. If you use the auto-generated strong password, you can copy it and put it somewhere in safe place. If you cannot, for now actually you can put it like that, because this is the local host, this is your computer, so you have access, and as this is a weak password, so we have to confirm use of weak password, and you have to put email address. So passivecoder.com, sorry, info@passivecoder.com, and we've just installed WordPress. So as we are installing WordPress, there are some background work. Uh, yeah, it went, and we can find the very new WP config file here, and we can just open it, and we have these configurations. We just put it here, and we have some auto-generated keys. So here are the prefix. So what you have just seen that how we installed WordPress, and we're just auto-generated the WP config file, and this is the basic process. So you don't need to worry a lot about it. So we can just login, and the username is a super admin. The password is 12345 6. The username is too strong and the password is too weak. Wow. So we just logged into our very fresh installation of WordPress. But what would happen here actually? We can say that if you visit the homepage, this is the very default WordPress installation and the WordPress theme, and the theme is 2024, and it has all the theme has updated. I have not the latest version downloaded in my laptop, so that's why these update warnings are here. So no problem, we can update it later. So for now, that was how we can just install our WordPress on localhost on XAMPP. And that's it. As this is being a long session, so I'm not stretching this video. So I will be discussing how we can install or import our full backup data into this installation and run the same website into this localhost installation. For any project, if you need guidelines, of course, don't hesitate to contact me. I'd be helping you. That's my promise. No problem. So that's all for today's video. We'll be meeting you on the next video. Till then, be safe, be happy.